We're in the middle of a power cut at the moment, hence why there are no lights on. However, I want to show you something. Where's it gone? There you go. Tello. I saw the other day, so okay, there's a lot of things I need to talk about actually. Obviously, it's taken me a little while to get back into vlogging. Hopefully we're there now. So yesterday, I didn't know whether I was going to make a vlog or not, but I kind of didn't. But I did shoot some, and I went for a bike ride with Jasper and Mark. Round a nice big lake, about 9-mile journey. Somehow Jasper's legs held up really well, and it was just an absolutely fantastic day. However, Mark did show me his new
nice and refreshing under here. Fantastic. Look, Jasper, can you feel the wind under there?
Which was one of these. And I was quite dismissive because, you know, it's tiny, but actually it did look like quite good fun. And for the price, it seemed to work really, really well. So I thought, you know what? This merits further investigation, and here we are today. You didn't get a lot with it. I'm gonna have to order myself a case. Oh my goodness. It amazes me how tiny the thing is. I have no idea how you fly this, but I do know you do it through your phone. I've got to go grab Jasper from school in a minute, so this better not be another one of those partial videos. I've done a load of partial videos, false starts. Just, getting myself back into it is not as easy as it looks. I'm gonna get this sorted and up and ready, and then we'll catch back up. Yeah, unfortunately, one of the big problems with power cuts is, I haven't got my sunglasses. And the other big problem for me personally is that I can't have coffee. I really hate that side of it. It's, I've had one coffee today, and it feels like I am swimming through porridge. So like I said, I'm getting back into it. And what that entails, I think, is to do a video or two that is simple and, you know, easy to edit, and I've done right now to help me get back into the swing of it. That's what today is. And then, after that, I'm not quite sure. I might go back and finish off some of the bigger videos that I shot and haven't edited yet, which have been the kind of mental barrier that stopped me from you know, car has obviously not been charging. Luckily that won't be any sort of a problem. Vlogging has been a real mess for me, clearly, over the last month and a half. And you know what, I'm really, really missing it. I really am, actually. I'm even missing the editing, I think. Actually no, I enjoyed the editing. It's just, the problem with the editing is it's very time consuming. And once a video has taken quite a long time in the past and you can't remember exactly what was going on, and you've got hours and hours of footage that you have to watch, it becomes a barrier to actually getting going. And that's no excuse. I should just buck my ideas up and get going, which is what we're doing today with the help of that little drone. Now, going back to that, I first read about the Tello, I think it was in October or November last year. It only costs £100. It has about 13-minute flight time, I think, which is actually pretty good for something that size, but it weighs 90 grams. So it weighs nothing. I mean, basically, I assumed it would be sort of really flimsy, plasticky toy that wasn't really good for much. Even having fun is sort of tricky because it'd be difficult to fly and the video quality would be poor and all these sorts of things. So this is what put me off with it. Then I saw Mark's, and actually it seems like the build quality was fantastic and the app seemed to work quite well and the video looked surprisingly good. Only 720p, and it doesn't have a proper gimbal, it's just got some stabilization, you know, technology. I would assume the camera is probably 1080 and it's cropping down to 720 in order to keep it electronically stabilized. That would be my guess. I was a bit blown away when I saw Mark's one. I thought, you know what, I have overlooked this and I think it merits a little review. Plus I had some birthday money to spend, so what better to spend it on than a small drone? Fantastic. Right, quick update on the car. Nothing's basically changed except that I've now done 95,000 miles in this car, so we're approaching the halfway point in its original planned lifetime. That's exciting. When we get to that 100,000 mark, we're obviously going to have to do some kind of special video. Not sure exactly what that's going to entail yet, but we're going to have to do that. Okay, anything else? You know, it all got very confused. So I really have no idea what I have or haven't said in the videos which I'm going to put up in the future. And you see I'm confused already. Let's go back to the Tello once I've got Jasper. Hi Jasper. I wonder if we've got our power back yet. Yeah, power's not back yet, so I still can't have a coffee. Check it out, monkey. What do you think?
Wow.
It's a bit small, isn't it?
Is it upside down?
No, that's the right way up. Ooh. This thing is quite cool. Fantastic! What we're going to do now is we're going to nip outside and see how it fares with a bit of light wind. Right, now there is some wind today, so I don't know how this tiny little drone is going to fare. It does have a ground positioning system. Yeah, there's not a lot of wind, but there is definitely some wind. It's not a Mavic, but then it costs like an eighth of what a Mavic does, so it's got a bunch of different flight modes. We've got throw and go, 8D flips, that sounds exciting, up and away, 360 degree, a circle, bounce mode. So it's got quite a few little different things that you can do with it. I mean, it's a toy. It's not you're not going to be using this commercially anytime soon. But that does not change the fact that it is awesome. If you're looking for a toy drone as opposed to something a bit more serious and therefore expensive, I can't imagine you can go far wrong with one of these. By the way, it will handle the wind quite a bit better if you take off the propeller guards, because they catch the wind, and if you look at where they are, they're quite a long way out from the centre of mass, so they exert quite a turning force. In fact, let me see if I can demonstrate that. Unfortunately, I've now got the low battery warning, so time to land as soon as possible, which is now. But you can see how much better it handled the wind without those fantastic little drone. Really, really awesome. For the money, unbelievable. Drones have come on so far, so fast.
Daddy, I'm fixing it.
You're fixing your tractor?
Yeah.
I see.
Daddy.
So to wrap things up, it's obviously not a professional product. It's nothing like as good as your Mavic Air or Mavic Pro or Phantom 4. It's a totally different league of device. Equally, it's the first of what I would call the toy class drones, which is actually pretty good. And I think the real thing, the thing that makes all the difference with it is, let me show you. On the bottom, you've got these vision positioning sensors, which are presumably the same kind of technology that DJI use, and that's where the connection is between Rise and DJI, I believe. And It's that vision positioning system that enables it to, when it's close to the ground, which with a tiny little drone like this, it will always be close to the ground, it enables it to hold its position, which is essential, and it doesn't require GPS, and besides, the problem with GPS is it's not that accurate, which is why the bigger drones all have the vision positioning systems as well, because that's what gives that locked in positioning right when you need it most, which is when you're close to the ground. Okay, so hopefully you think the footage looks reasonable. I mean, it's 720, it's a bit frame droppy to say the least. There may be ways to sort of aid that. There's no local storage on the drone. Everything just gets saved off onto your phone when you press record. So I guess, you know, I would prefer it if it stored it locally, then you wouldn't have to worry about frame drop. But like I said, it's not so much a tool, but a toy. Right, as this is supposed to be my quicker, shorter, easier video to get me back into the flow with vlogging, I'm gonna say goodbye. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it interesting and fun. If you have, remember to leave a like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter if you don't already, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow with another episode. Bye. Working on the 1 amp side, so I'll swap that over to the 2 amp side of my battery box, and I've just realised the camera's still going. That's part of the problem, is because you get out the habit, everything is harder to get going again. Like, I've just taken how many minutes? Oh good, we're up to 7 minutes. That'll be easy to edit.